Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy and Ninjas90, and today I will be reviewing the Dragon Store's Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, as it's stated on the package for these figures. Perfect Cell figure, and yes, this is a really awesome figure, and he's super cool, and he's very cost effective, and I have some things to say about it. So, with that said, let's get on with this review. And now, here we have the Dragon Store's Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Z, if you want to call it that. Perfect Cell figure in all of his perfect glory. As you can see, this is a well-sculpted, well-detailed, very cost-effective figure. You can pick this up at your local Walmart, or order them on Big Bad Toy Store or various websites for around the $20 to $25 range. A lot more cheaper than the SH Figuarts, which I am now transitioning this channel into doing more budget-friendly, cost-effective action figures. So yeah, we're no longer overdrafting our bank accounts here. So yeah. Moving right along, we can see the very bright, vibrant green colorization going all throughout his body, and his very many darker green spots all over his body as well, looking both very insect and lizard-like, which technically that's kind of what Cell is. He's kind of like cross between sort of like an insect and a reptile, I guess, judging by his appearance. We do have like a very lighter sort of whitish gray skin tone underneath that sort of like insect-like armored skin. So we do see more of that white, sort of whitish gray sort of under skin that he has under his armor once he achieves his full perfect form. Very similar to the colorization of Frieza's skin, so I guess that's where he got that skin colorization from. And we do see the very anime accurate purple streaks on the side of his face, as well as his sort of yellow chin strap he has right there, with his cool looking little ears there, looking very evil, because Cell is obviously evil. We have his I don't know what you call that, his head piece, I guess. His head guard is very pointy on this one. It sticks straight up. We have kind of his dome on the top of his head. It's a dark black. Now, of course, there is it's the inside of his headpiece is just black, like this part. It's not green or spotted like the rest of his body. And of course, the more solid insect-like armor pieces on top of his body, as well as his shoulder guards and his shin guards, and his very cool articulated wings are more of a darker brownish black colorization, and they are made out of a good durable material. Although his wings can pop off from time to time, they are not that hard to put back on and put back in place. We do see his stinger right there on his back, which used to be his tail when he was in his imperfect and semi-perfect forms that he used to absorb Android 17 and 18. So yeah, we have all those finer details. We have his darker groined armor piece there as well. We do see some more darker violet, purple colorizations on the inside of his exoskeleton there, as you can see from here, from the underneath of his shoulders to his waistline to his inner thighs. We can see those details. We do have yellow, sort of like these tannish, orangish yellow feet that Cell has. Of course, before he absorbs Android 17, he has 3 toes, and then once he absorbs Android 17, he starts turning into something more similar to this. But anyway, moving right along, getting more into articulation. The head can bob up and down. We can move the head right and left, not exactly a full 360, but we do get some movement at the head nonetheless. The shoulders are on swivel hinges, so we do have those hinges right there inside of the shoulders. You can see them clearly through the purple colorization of the inner exoskeleton. We can move those shoulders a full 360 all the way around. As you can see, same is true with both arms. We can bring the arms out about that much on the swivel hinge, back in about that much. We do have a double joint at the elbow, so we can bend the elbow about that much and bring it back about that much. Same is true with the other arm, so we can bring it in about that much and out about that much. The hands are on swivel ball joints, so we can swivel the wrists all the way around a full 360, and we can rock them forward and back. Same is true with the other hand, so we can twist them all the way around a full 360 and rock them back and forth. The legs are on, well, the hips are on barbell style ball joints, so we can spread them out about that much, bring them in about that much, kick forward about this much, kick back about that much. Same is true with the other side, kick forward about this much, kick back about that much. And we do have a double joint at the knees, so we can bend it about that much, bring it out about that much. Same is true with the other side, so bend it about that much, bring it back about that much. And we do have a swivel at the ankle as well, so we can turn that foot all the way around a full 360, although it's kind of hindered by the sculpt of the shin guard, so we can swivel that foot all the way around. This one tends to be a little looser, as you can see, and we can rock it forward and back. So yeah, that's it. No, well, that's the way it's pointed. I see. Okay, I think it's fine. All right, I got it. Okay, so moving right along, I'll give you guys more of an in-depth view of this figure. Just from turning him a full 360, so you can see him, how he looks. Now, of course, this is significantly cheaper than the SH Figure Arts version of this figure, which will run you significantly more. I would say, I'm guessing, I haven't seen the prices of the SH Figure Arts version of this one, but I know it's significantly more than the $20 range. And also, I forgot to mention, we do have a bicep swivel as well, so we can swivel. I dropped those biceps a full 360, and his wing just came off, so grab me that, and we can pop that wing right back on. So yeah, it's not that hard to pop his wings back on. So with that said, I will be wrapping things up and getting into my final verdict. But before that, I forgot this figure actually comes with accessories, so my bad. He does come with 2 interchangeable hands, so if you want to swap out those fists for some open hands, sort of like semi-open hands, he has, bent finger hands. So if you want to kind of have him in a pose where he's like throwing an energy blast or a Kamehameha wave, or You want to kind of sort of reenact the beam struggle with the climax of the Cell games with the Kamehameha Wave. If you have a Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan figure, which I don't have, hopefully I'll find one in the future to go with this Cell figure. Well, a Dragon Stars one anyway, because that's the line I'm going to be sticking with, because I am definitely sticking with more budget-friendly toy lines on this channel moving forward. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's the accessories you get with this figure. Only 2 interchangeable hands. I know not much, but it's still something nonetheless. But anyway, now to wrap things up, getting into my final verdict, which is my final thoughts and opinions on this figure. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Dragon Stars Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super Perfect Cell figure here. If I have to give him a score, I have to give him a drum roll, please. I have to give him technically 4.5 stars. Technically, because I feel that this is still a really good figure. He does mostly pass on all categories because I am scoring figures based on detail, articulation, and playability. Detail with this figure is very show accurate. I don't see any inaccuracies with this figure at all. Now, you may have spotted some, but I haven't. So I do give it a pass there. Articulation is good, but it doesn't. The Dragon Stars line does not have nearly as much articulation as the SH Figure Arts line, but I mean, you are compromising to save money with that lower price tag. So technically, I'm not taking points off because you get what you pay for here. And technically, you get what you can afford within your budget. So, yeah, I'm not taking points off with that either. And as far as playability, this figure is very playable. You can pose and put him in various poses in battle with other figures without this figure falling apart. But however, yeah, his wings popping off like this may be a bit of a concern with some people, so that's the only thing I have to take points off for on this figure. But other than that, I mean, if you handle him properly, that shouldn't be a problem, but it could still happen from time to time. And also, like I said, his wings are actually very articulated, so they actually move fairly well. So his wings falling off shouldn't be a problem, although that could be a hindrance for some people, so that's why I kind of took points off for that But if it'd be up to me, I really wouldn't take points off for that because my wings really don't fall off that much. But anyway, that's just mine. Like I said, you could pick this figure up at your local Walmart if they have them. You can order them on various different websites like Big Bad Toy Store, Toys in the Box, different places they might have them. But yeah, this is a good figure. Highly recommend it. Well worth it if you are looking for really good, well-detailed action figures that's not going to break the bank. And especially if you are a long-time Dragon Ball Z fan like I have been practically all my life. Grew up watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. Although, like I said in my video for my review on the Dragon Stars Dragon Ball Super Final Form Cooler figure, I have not watched the I have not watched a single episode of Dragon Ball Super and seen any of the Dragon Ball Super movies, and I have not watched a single episode of Daima yet. So yeah, the last, like I said, the last Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball series I've actually watched from start to finish was Dragon Ball GT, and that was like over 20 some odd years ago. So yeah, it's It's been quite a while since I've gotten really deep into the Dragon Ball series, but yeah, I am definitely looking to get back into it again because I'm still a fan. So anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this review. If you made it this far into the video, thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support. Um, Definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, take care, stay safe, God bless, and peace out.